Hi, my name is Malcolm Fong. I'm a pianist from New York City and producer. I would say my connection to music is between classical and jazz music. So my biggest inspirations would include Beethoven, obviously, Franz Liszt, and on the jazz side, there's Oscar Peterson and Bill Evans. So my style lies somewhere in between, and I'll give you an example. Something like that. Uh, for my music, I put my emotion into everything. So depending on how I feel is the outcome of whatever I create. And I think that's my biggest skill. People always ask me, how do you play like that? How do you just float across the keys? And I tell them I just kind of, I zone out and then I just let my mind take me away, wherever my heart is. For the biggest piece that I performed, the most exciting piece I performed was the Beethoven's The Tempest, Movement 3. If you don't know that piece, it's extremely fast and difficult. It was the first piece I ever heard when I was a kid, and that's what inspired me to become a pianist. When I heard it, it brought tears to my eyes. It was so amazing. And it took me years to build up the skills to be able to play it. But when I finally got to play it in front of like a bunch of people, it was a great moment for me. Even though I made a few mistakes here and there, Beethoven's most famous quote was, "To make a mistake is insignificant. To play without passion is inexcusable." That always stuck with me. I would say the inspiration to most of my music comes from listening to orchestral music and big orchestra scores, movie themes, that kind of thing. Whenever I hear that, if I'm watching a movie or something and I hear like a big orchestra theme going on, that just it gets me going and I want to go to the piano immediately and just start creating something just as big. Because constantly in my head all day there's like a little orchestra playing all these crazy themes and melodies all day. So for my music, I always try to incorporate constant change and smooth transitions so that it keeps the listener engaged and guessing what's going to happen next. I never like to keep the same thing going for too long because that's boring. Nobody wants to hear the same thing over and over. And yeah, so in my music, I try to give them everything that I can possibly do. I never hold back. Never. Give 100% to everything I do.